Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel for another Escape from Tarkov video. Taking a look at the MCX in the latest patch, the build that I've been running with the new 3.5x scope, and some gameplay with this setup that I think shows how improvements to the recoil system really seem to have helped this beauty become a beast and feel more like an assault rifle and a bit less like an SMG. The MCX is one of my favorite setups to run in Tarkov once I unlock the AP ammo. Even before it was buffed and improved with new parts, it looks nice, sounds great, and always has been really solid as a close-range bullet hose that can put out big damage and take out armor really quickly. That being said, it also had some of the most intense first shot recoil in the game for a long time, and even though the base stats were steadily improved over time, the high fire rate just didn't seem to click with the recoil system until this latest patch, making any medium range fights kind of tricky unless you were really on point with your tap fire. In this latest 12.12.3 patch, however, it seems like most of the high fire rate setups are feeling a lot better in full auto, with everything from the M4 to the HK416, the P90, and even the MCX having a much more subtle bounce on their initial shots, making it a lot more viable to keep on target and hit your follow-up shots. Because of slower bullet velocity, it's still not exactly a sniper, but on semi-auto, I've been also making some pretty decent mid-range shots with the MCX. And all things considered, I'm really feeling good about the state of this thing after spending a good few days running raids with it. The ideal build for the MCX hasn't really changed in this patch, but I'll quickly go over what I like to use for anyone who isn't super familiar with how to set this thing up for your own raids. I honestly don't really run the MCX much before I hit Peacekeeper level 4 to unlock the AP ammo, so my main build is a pretty high level setup, but I think it's just best to wait until late game to really run this thing a lot. First, I usually grab an MCX off the flea market since it can be dropped by raiders, rogues, and is found in weapon crates. So usually there's a pile of MCX rifles on the market for around 50 to 70,000 rubles. You can also buy it from skier level 3 for about 90,000 if there isn't anything on the market. When you buy the MCX, try to make sure it has the 229mm barrel, and it should almost always come with the T-lock adapter and the Sig 2-port muzzle brake. If not, you can buy all of these for pretty cheap, so it's not that big of a deal. Next, you can add the Sig SRD QD suppressor onto this setup, which you can usually find on the market for under 40,000 rubles, or you can also trade skier level 4 1 Raven statue or about 30k for this suppressor. I'll usually switch the handguard out for the extended 12-inch handguard, which gets you a recoil bonus as well. Then you need some key mod rails for attachments. For the grip, there's two good options. First, the RK1 grip is a decent budget way to reduce the recoil, but if you feel like going a bit more for the meta, the Hera Arms CQR grip will get you 1 or 2 extra ergonomics points for the build. I've generally been running the DBAL flashlight on my builds lately for the IR light and laser, but you can swap this for something cheaper or whatever you prefer. For the stock, you want to get the MCX retractable stock adapter, and then add the SI advanced buffer tube onto this. You can also use the Mesa tactical buffer tube if you have it unlocked, but a lot of players won't have this, and the advanced tube is kind of better for more balanced stats in my opinion. I usually go with the MOE carbine stock and the rubber butt pad, but you can also use the PRS Gen 3 stock for a little extra recoil reduction if you want. For the pistol grip, the Graal S is my choice for the big ergonomics bonus, but you can buy something cheaper if you don't care too much about ergonomics. Finally, for your optics on this build, I think the MCX works best either just straight up with a red dot sight of some kind, or with a smaller 3 to 4 times scope, because you likely aren't going to be sniping with this thing anyways. This wipe, I've been trying out the new Swamp Fox 3.5 times scope, and honestly, I've been really enjoying it on setups like the MCX and the AKM, which fire rounds that can make some decent mid-range shots, but sort of struggle at long range and wouldn't really work that great with a 6 times scope. I've been running this alongside a canted mount and a delta point reflex sight, and honestly, I've been really liking it on the MCX. It gives you a bit of zoom for taking 100-meter shots, and the scope isn't too expensive. With this setup, my MCX ends up with 48 recoil and about 40 ergonomics. I really do think the recoil is in a nice spot on the MCX, but I would like to see a bit of an ergonomics buff. This thing is supposed to be a small, compact rifle, but the ergonomics don't really reflect that in my opinion. Well, that pretty much covers it for my MCX build, and now I have some gameplay clips of this thing in action for the rest of the video, taking on a bunch of PMCs and Sanitar. You'll definitely see the power of this thing in close range fights, and I have a few longer shots as well to show it's actually pretty viable at mid-range shooting. It still really suffers from a lack of ammo availability, and you need to really stock up to be able to run more than one raid, but I think it's a really fun alternative to running the same old builds over and over. What do you guys think of the MCX? Has it finally found a solid footing to become a more popular build, or is it still a bit too specialized to be more than a fun off-meta setup? Thanks for checking out the video. I've got links to my Twitch stream, Discord server, and Patreon page down below for anyone interested. And until next time, stay safe in Tarkov City. The rat attack, boys. This right here is where the MCX excels. Okay, now there's dudes above me. It's like good attachments, but they look so weird on this, like, plain G36. Silent shotgun, I think that is. Okay. It's like, fair enough. Oh my god, that panic spray ate up like half of my available ammo.
That wasn't very nice, fella.
I'm not a very nice guy.
Fucking cute too.
Oh, tagged him there on that last shot. Oh my goodness. The fucking Redbeard man staring at me in the bathroom. It's like deja vu. I'm thinking this guy was the... well, yeah, he is the highest level of the three, but... I was gonna say, this is like the Chad boy carrying his friends. It kind of is, honestly. I couldn't have sat up there for 10 more seconds, eh? God, I would have been in the perfect spot to kill these guys. Oh, the power of the MCX in close quarters engagements. Okay, we gotta get ammo sorted out though. It's like such a weird thing too with the MCX. I always feel like you want to take like 2 more mags than you normally would with a M4. But at the same time, it's so like weird to get ammo that the more mags you take, the fewer runs you can do in a day. Well, it wasn't a headshot, but it's a kill. Alright, maybe just rushing the resort was not the play. Maybe all the lobby is down here. That's why I had it on semi-auto, because I know that unless you're touching them, full auto just doesn't work on MCX. Dude, that was laggy as fuck. I'll take it, though. Like, please tell me I'm wearing a balaclava. Okay. Oh, yeah. Like, big time. Dude, I'm pretty sure that guy's buddy just, like, saved his life with his chest. Oh, smoked him. No shot. No way I got that guy. Give a man some frame rate, and he can take over the world. Tactical Hedgehog, that's a great name. It's not really worth a lot anyway. That's a nice little gat you got there, isn't it? I thought I heard the sound of somebody using a stim. Ooh, I think we might have more Sanitar situation. Dude, what the hell is this? Safe key and logistics key right next to each other? Well, I was right. I did hear a stim being used. Bush saved my life, dudes. It doesn't happen a lot. But when it does, feels pretty good, man. Like, are the individual sounds themselves sometimes kind of jank? Uh-oh. Dude, the low ergonomics on this, I could feel it so hard through that 4 times. Oh, I needed to be aiming higher. Oh, I had it. I had that fight, but I fucked it up. I was aiming way too low on the hip fire.